Austin building, there was just a hearing for the taxpayer for accountability case, and so I just wanted we were talking with Lorraine McGoldrick. You filed the complaint originally. What were your thoughts about what happened today?
I felt the Secretary of State did a wonderful job in sticking to the facts of the case, looking at the merits of the case and moving forward. However, Taxpayers for Accountability tried to distract it and go in another direction to avoid their responsibility of violating Michigan campaign finance. They're the ones screaming the loudest with the free speech, but they're not giving me any recognition or else the same treatment with free speech of saying what I have experienced, what I have seen, in supporting of the fact-finding of the Secretary of State.
Did you think it was interesting that Mr. Bosnick was trying to bring in the fact that, that you supposedly were harassing him and berating him in front of county commission, things like that?
Any attempt that I have done to communicate about taxpayer accountability has been in an advocacy role to find out who is responsible, and which I feel is my right as a voter to understand who paid for these flyers, misinformation, and trying to persuade the election. I think it hurts us on an ongoing basis, and this isn't the first time that I think this group, or at least a core member of these people involved in this, have done other things in our community. And when they pay so much money and send a flyer that is so well done, people are intent to believe it and do what it says. It creates question in their mind. And all in all, we are having a hard time getting more than single-digit percentages of people showing up to vote. And I think all the actions of Rochester City administration at the present time is trying to disenfranchise the voters and not get them involved so that they can only have the people who are on their side. I see that with our committee appointments and much of the slate politics that's going on in our city, on city council, who is representing us on every committee in the city hall, every appointment that's done. It seems to be linked to some type of manipulation in support, and for one, anybody who knows me knows I am no cheerleader for any issue. If you do it right, and I agree with you, I'll let you know. But if you do it wrong and it's not, and I'm very opinionated, yes, I'll take responsibility for that. But I am no liar. I have integrity, and I will fight what happened is being truthful and move forward with this. And I have a lot of confidence after this hearing that the Secretary of State is on target, has evaluated this case. And the biggest question that needs to be answered is why all these people, the only names we have, are not connected to Rochester Hills at all. What do they care about? Why are they spending so much time, energy, and bullshit as far as legal procedures to protect them? This group.
And money?
It's all about, my mother taught me a long time ago, if you want to find out who's responsible, follow the money.
Were you surprised that Mr. Bosnick brought up Ruth Johnson?
I had gotten some kind of an indication before that he was attacking both myself and Ruth Johnson, and that's all stemming from an interaction that I had with Jeff Mattis during a meeting. I could see the direct correlation between what I said at that meeting, which was about many issues, but we did talk about Taxpayers for Accountability at his request for information, and he did ask me to send him copies of things, of the briefs and things from the Secretary of State. I felt that he wanted to...
he being Jeff Mattis?
Him being Jeff Mattis wanted to be more aware of the issues, but then when I saw the next set of briefs from Michael Bosnick coming out, I knew that he didn't want to do that. I felt he offered me a bribe to say, what would it take for you to drop all this? And I explained, instead of going down that road, I explained, I have no control over that. My control, once the Secretary of State has found fault, is null and void. I don't have any influences to change the results at this point at all.
And Bosnick tried to make, he seemed to be inferring that maybe that he was going to try and get maybe an affidavit from Jeff Mattis claiming that the meeting that you had with Jeff Mattis didn't even take place.
It's an indication that they have nothing, and they're grasping at straws and trying to bring in everything else to distract the motives, and I don't think the Secretary of State or the hearing officer will fall for that. And the verdict will come out in a written form, and I hope it's sooner more than later because of the upcoming elections in Rochester Hills.
But it's, it's a pretty serious charge that, Jeff is, that as far as trying to, quote, bribe you to make it go away, I think was your language.
And I think it was all meant to be intimidating when Michael Bosnick, as the attorney of Taxpayers for Accountability, tried to have me change my testimony because he has affidavits that says that what I have said is not true.
Well, he didn't say he had affidavits. He said he may be able to produce an affidavit, right?
Well, it doesn't change what has happened. The facts of the case and my actions have been nothing but noble.
Okay, thank you.